Aloha everyone, welcome to alohanathieyoga. I'm Nathie and I'll be guiding you in your yoga practice. You made it to your mat, you made it to this channel, so glad that you're here. Today's practice will be a Yin Yoga practice, so we'll be holding poses between 3 to 6 minutes, really diving into the connective tissues. It's really best to practice Yin Yoga when the body is still cold or cool, so not right after a workout, maybe a couple of hours later, or early in the morning or at night before bed is really great too, or any time that you haven't been moving too much. So if you need to modify, please feel free to do so and grab your water, get into something comfy and have your props, pillows and bolsters and blocks alongside. I can't wait to guide you. Thank you so much for making it here. Sending you so much aloha. So make sure you have pillows, blankets, blocks with you in case you need them. And to allow yourself to take this opportunity now to maybe come into a deeper state of relaxation, a place where you can feel the sensation, right, in your body, but you can allow yourself to soften a little more in the body, allowing yourself that kind of resting state where it's more about finding stillness and calmness of the mind than it is about trying to achieve anything, right? So we'll find ourselves on our spine and just slowly come down on the spine here. Take a moment to feel your body flat on the mat. Maybe today or the past few days you haven't felt your body on a flat surface. So take a moment to arrive. And take a moment to feel the back body contacting the earth. And maybe allow yourself here a moment to extend the legs out or come into Supta Baddha Konasana, supine butterfly. If you'd like to have your right hand on your lower abdomen and your left hand on the heart, please find that for yourself. And take a moment to connect with your breath. So notice how it feels to inhale, tracking the in-breath through the nose, down into the throat, the chest, and the abdomen. And then exhale, tracking the out-breath as it moves back up and out through the nose. Softening the jaw and the eyes. Take a few rounds of breath here on your own rhythm. So find the rhythm of breath that works for you. Softening the shoulder blades onto the mat, the back of the head, the back of the eyes, softening the forehead muscles, the jaw, the ears and the neck muscles. Throughout the practice, connecting with your breath to allow you to move through maybe the more intense periods of opening of the body. So if you were in a butterfly, draw the thighs back together with the hands and then just draw the knees into the chest. Swaying maybe side to side here, allowing the massage of the lower back. Maybe circling the knees. Just sensing your body here. Maybe you are bringing a deeper awareness that you haven't had in the last few days. So just allow yourself to bring that awareness back into your body. And then bringing the feet back down on the mat, extend the left leg out, okay? And draw the right knee in, holding onto the shin or the back of the thigh. Take a moment here to feel that length in the body, length of the left leg and squeeze of the right. And then plant the left foot back on the mat and we'll come into half happy baby. So arm inside of the thigh, the right thigh, grabbing onto the shin, the outer edge of the right foot, or your two-piece fingers wrapped around the big toe. Draw the knee and the thigh down and away from you here. Okay? Find the half happy baby. Relaxing the shoulder blades down on the mat. And then option to re-extend the left leg out. Connect with your breath here. Notice how it feels to allow yourself to soften a little bit in the hip joint. Soften the eyes. Allow the breath to move freely through the torso and down into the hips. If you find yourself gripping anywhere, maybe soften just a little bit more here, or maybe grab the leg in a lower location, down closer to the calf and middle shin. The mind may play tricks on you. It might tell you that you can't do something, but notice your mind. Notice the mind chatter, the chitta vritti in Sanskrit. And then just return to allowing the breath to help you in the pose. And then on your last breath, full inhale. Nice, long exhale. Plant the left foot, release the right leg down, heel toe the feet out, mat width apart, opening the arms out, and just allow the knees to sway side to side. Gently with your breath here. taking your time to drop the knees on one side for a breath, and then dropping the knees onto the other side for the other breath. We'll come back to center, heel toe the feet back to the center. Draw the left knee in, grabbing onto the outer edge of the foot or the shin. Open the leg up so that the foot, the bottom of the foot is kind of stamping the ceiling. Draw the thigh down and out, away from the shoulder, into your half happy baby. Option to extend the right leg long. We're here for 2 minutes. Can you soften a little more in that left hip? Slowing down the breath, deepening the breath, finding softness in the thighs. And then planting the right foot down, releasing the left leg. Maybe here collapsing the knees inwards, maybe extending the legs out, reaching the arms overhead. Giving yourself a really big stretch here, squeezing everything, lengthening everything. And then planting the feet back down on the mat, okay? You have options here. You can either have a bolster underneath the knees or a blanket between the thighs. We're going to come into a supine twist. And so here, you can simply bring the feet out mat width apart and drop the knees down to one side, to the right side. Or draw the knees above the hips at a 90-degree angle and allow the knees to drop directly sideways into your twist. Or take the left thigh on top of the right for a bind and drop the knees to the right for a twist. Take a moment to find the twist that works for you. With each breath, allow the expansion down into the side ribs, down along the spine. Visualize the joints and the fluids along the joints to kind of become a bit compressed, so that when you release the compression, it allows the healing to occur in the tissues. Find the breath that deepens that awareness, that deepens the softness in your exhales. When you're ready, unbind the legs if they were binded. Okay. Draw the knees back to center, really slowly, drawing the spine in alignment. Bring the feet back down on the mat if they weren't already there. And take a moment to feel the rebound a bit. Take a moment to feel that kind of resetting of the spine and kind of the sacrum and tailbone back down on the mat. And then we'll set up for the other side. So you can always shift yourself onto one side a little more. And then find the twist that works for you onto the other side, dropping the knees to the left. Again, you can always have support between the thighs, underneath the bottom thigh, whatever works for you at this moment now. In this moment now. And the neck, the gaze can be looking in the opposite direction to the knees, if that works well for the cervical spine, the neck rotation. Otherwise, just look towards the direction that feels best for your neck and your head. And breathe down into the back spine, into the side ribs, even into the obliques, right? The lower back. Draw the knees back to center when you're ready, taking a moment to readjust yourself flat on the mat. Maybe drawing the knees here into the chest. Taking a moment here, feeling into your body, what it needs. Planting the feet back down on the mat, we're going to come into a heart opener. So the choice is yours, whether or not you want to use a bolster or blocks. If you're using blocks, you can either flatten the block on the lower setting between the shoulder blades, and just lower down. Just like so. Maybe a blanket might be behind the head here. Just like this. Okay, this might be where you're at right now. Or you can have block on the second setting and the other block on the lowest setting. Lowering down spine, making sure the block doesn't pass the shoulders, and finding that supported fish pose here. And just like this. And a more restorative version is to simply have a bolster right at the edge of the sacrum. Lower the heart down on the bolster, just like this. Option to have the knees open in butterfly, soles of the feet together, keeping the feet flat or extending the legs straight out. Okay? So find what works for you, and we'll be here for 4 minutes. Allow the shoulders to roll open, softening down the arms, softening the wrists, the hands. Option to have a blanket here on top of you. Allow the neck, the back muscles to soften as well. Feeling the skin kind of melting down towards the earth. It's kind of like gravity is pulling you down into a deeper state of rest. The back of the heart is relaxing now, creating space for your breath to move freely through the heart space and down into the abdomen and the throat. And then on your last inhale, letting go just a little bit more here. And if your legs were extended or in a butterfly, plant the feet back down on the mat. You can roll onto your side or bring your forearms down on the mat, pressing yourself up very slowly here. Finding yourself upright in a seat for a moment. Finding stillness in your seat. Notice how you're sitting in your seat after this heart opener. Notice how maybe your chest is more opened. Allowing yourself to slowly rebound here. And we'll grab onto the shins, okay, for a moment. And we'll reach the heart forward. And then just allow the spine to roll back a little bit, doing mini cat-cows. Just to allow yourself to round the back. And maybe going a bit deeper with each round here. And then come back to center. Now you have the option to sit on a blanket or anything that can raise you up a little bit if you need that extra tilting forward of the pelvis. Otherwise, we'll extend the legs forward, taking a moment to feel that kind of length in the back legs. Okay. And then we'll come into deer pose. So plant the feet, okay? Bring them apart slightly. And then hands behind the back, just drop the knees to the side. So automatically the torso is going to lift and twist up. Okay? You can readjust that stance a little bit if you need. And you can use your bolster or blocks in front of the front leg. Okay, and when you're ready, start lengthening and folding over that front thigh. You can pad the back knee if that's needed underneath, taking a knee pad or double padding the mat for your knee. Deep breath down into the abdomen, softening the back muscles. Three minutes here. On your last inhale, take a really deep breath in. Nice breath out. Pressing yourself back up slowly here, hands behind the back. Bringing the knees back up. Taking a moment to readjust here. Extend the legs forward and we're going to come into caterpillar. Okay? So when you're ready, you can have a blanket underneath the abdomen if you'd like that, or maybe even a bolster or a bolster and a block. And when you're ready, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Allow yourself to melt here, resting the arms, the elbows down, maybe just grabbing onto the shins, the outer edges of the feet, if that works for you. With each exhale, allow yourself to soften more deeply. Allow yourself to round forward. You can also have a block here underneath the head on your thighs to support the weight of the head if that's needed. Okay. Take a few deep breaths here, allowing yourself to really soften, deepening the fold. When you're ready, walk yourself back up. Hands behind the back, shake, shake, shake the legs a little bit here. And then plant the feet, widen the mat width apart, drop the knees to the left, and find yourself in the deer pose on the other side. Readjust here. So maybe that back thigh can move back a little more. Okay. Just notice where it feels good to you, and then whenever you're ready, I'm just going to shift sideways so that you can see here. Lengthen and fold forward in your deer pose. Soften the shoulders and the jaw. And relax your neck. Deep breaths down into the pelvis, down into the hip joints, the pelvis, and the lower abdomen. When you're ready, your last breath in, fill up with breath very deeply here. Allow your mind, your spirit, everything to just let go here. Let it all go. And when you're ready, press yourself back up very slowly. Okay, removing the props to the sides. Taking a moment to give yourself space, hands behind the back, and draw the knees back to center here. So in a comfortable seat, you can sit high up on the blanket, the edge of the blanket or a block. Allow the knees to fall open, okay? Tilting the pelvis forward. Inviting yourself to stillness right in the center. So right through the root, up through the torso, along the spine, through the heart center, throat, forehead, up through the crown. Feel the sit bones grounded down into the mat. Hands can be on thighs or having the right hand on the lower abdomen and the left hand on the heart. And take a few breaths, cleansing breaths here to ground down and to really hold the space in this sacred container for yourself. Remembering that you are enough, 1,000,000 times enough. Remembering that every day is a new day. Every moment is an opportunity for newness, for growth and expansion. So you can permit yourself to witness yourself in continuous growth and softening through the days ahead, allowing yourself to rest and to find that deeper inner peace. And bring our hands to heart. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you today in your practice. I thank you for showing up here collectively all together. From my heart to yours, namaste.